going to lay all the way down on your back. Your feet are going to go into the top corners of your mat. And then just take a moment here to take a few deep breaths. So you can rest your hands down to the side of the body. Maybe you want to bring them onto your belly. Just take a moment to close the eyes. And start to connect with a nice deep breath in here. So I want you to inhale through the nose, all the way into your belly. And then as you exhale, exhale out the mouth, nice and slow, starting to tighten up through your core there. And let's just take 2 more deep breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. And last time here. Next time you inhale, I want you to reach your arms all the way up overhead. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, let's start to roll up. So fingertips to the ceiling. You're going to tuck your chin into your chest. Start to roll all the way up to your toes. Reach forward. Stretch through the back of your legs and the back of your body. And then restack the spine. So pull the chest through. Start to tuck and roll back down nice and slow. So you're probably going to slide on the mat a little bit. That's okay and normal. Inhale, reach the arms back up. And then exhale as you roll all the way to your toes. Let's do a few more of those. I'm going to switch out my mic because it's popping on me. But you guys keep going. All right, that will be better. Okay, so next time you roll all the way up to your toes, I want you to hold there for a second. Reach through the toes, and then take a full forward fold. So go ahead and drop your head, neck, and chest here, and then just stretch to the back of the body. Maybe pull the toes in a little bit closer to you, just so you feel a nice stretch through your hamstrings. And we'll take one more deep breath in there. Restack the spine, sit up nice and tall. So let's go ahead and grab our weights now. So you're just going to take one in both hands. And we're going to do the same thing, but we're just going to use the weights. So they help us a little bit. They also make it a little bit harder. So sitting up tall here, grab your weights. You're going to reach them out long in front of you and then flip your palms. So soft little bend in the elbow here. I'm going to start to tuck and roll back. And then see if I can keep my palms facing up towards the ceiling the entire time. Inhale at the top, stretch the arms all the way up overhead. So you might get a good stretch through your chest here with the weights. And then bring the arms back up. Start to tuck and roll up. So I want you to reach through the fingers. So you're reaching up nice and strong with those arms and weights. And then slowly start to tuck and roll back out. So we are still just warming up here. Inhale, stretch the arms up overhead. Palms can come up for a nice big stretch through the chest. And then hands come forward. Tuck and roll back up. Here's our last one at full range. You can reach at the top if that feels good. Palms are going to flip. We'll tuck and roll back down. Arms reach all the way up with those weights. Stretch the chest and shoulders. And then the hands are going to come down to the side. Take a deep breath in. Exhale as you come up into your bow. So let's go ahead and flip those palms again just so the chest stays open. And I want you to give me little pulses here with the weights. Taking a nice big inhale through the nose, and then exhaling as you reach. So think about pulling the ribs together and pressing down into the tailbone. Let's go for 4. Last 3, 2, and 1. Roll down, reach the arms up, stretch. Same thing, we're going to exhale and come back up into that bow. Flip the palms, and let's go side to side here. So I'm going to take fingertips to the outside of the feet. And I'm just kind of squeezing ribs to hips here. It's kind of like teetering on the spine with the ribs. And every time you reach to your feet, outside of the feet, I want you to try to squeeze the space between your ribs and hips together a little tighter. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll all the way down and stretch the arms up overhead with the weights. Big inhale. And then let's go ahead and bring those weights over the chest. So get a nice grip on them. You're going to bend your knees. Feet are going to come flat onto the mat. I should just move onto the mat. Actually, I'm sliding off. Okay, So from here, we're gonna start by lifting the hips up nice and high into a bridge. Inhale to tap the tailbone, exhale to lift the hips. And then we'll start to add the arms. As the hips come up, hands come down. Press the hips up towards the ceiling, arms up, hips down. So just moving a little bit faster here once you find your rhythm and balance. Let's do 5 more. Really pressing up as you press the hands down. Last 3, 2, last one, press and hold. Little pulses up with the hips, and then try to keep the arms floating off the mat. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, hips come down, head comes up. So now we're back up into our bow. Take it side to side again with those little ankle taps. So I'm taking the weight to the outside of my ankles, squeezing ribs to hips, just little rocks from side to side. If this is too much on your elbows, you can go ahead and flip the thumbs up and see if that feels better. Let's go for 5. Always lose those weights if you need to. Last 3, 2, and 1 more each side. Come on down, weights come up. Feet should be out nice and wide here. You're gonna take a deep breath in. As you exhale, let's bring one leg at a time with those weights. Inhale, come back to center, and then exhale, take it to the other side. So I'm drawing my chest over towards my thighs. Exhale, press to curl. Inhale, come back up. If you want a little bit more, legs can come to a tabletop position. You can also go out to a V if that feels good. Exhale, bow. Inhale as you come back down. Let's do 1 more on each side, and then we'll hold for pulses. So next time you're over on that right side, hold it there. Give me little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come back up, deep breath in. Exhale as you press to curl. Same thing, let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 more, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet can come down, your arms can get a little break. You can rock those knees side to side and just release the low back. All right, so keep some space between the legs. They're out wide on the mat. You're gonna bring knuckles together, weights together up overhead. So use both weights unless you just wanna use one. Take a deep breath in, and we're gonna exhale, press to curl. You're gonna send the weights between the legs. Inhale as you come back up. Exhale as you press. So as you come up, I want you to come up nice and high. Try to get your chin parallel with the floor. And then I love to see a little pause at the top. Get all the air out of your body before you inhale and go back up. Let's do 4 more. Exhale, curl. Try to keep your neck nice and relaxed. So we start the curl from the space between the ribs. Last 2. And next time you press up, hold it there. Give me little pulses, like you're punching through the air. 4, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down and rest. Almost done with abs. Feet are gonna come to this butterfly shape. And we're gonna take our arms back up. So before we start to move into the abs, let's just go into the arms a little bit. Inhale, open the arms out. Exhale as you bring the hands back together overhead. So they're not heavy at all. As you come down, you want to really stretch out those biceps and the chest, and then exhale as you bring the hands back together. Try to keep it right over the chin. Last 4, 3, I'm regretting choosing 3-pound weights. 2 more. Last one, press and hold. So now the legs are going to float off the mat, so we're in this like froggy position. You can keep the soles of the feet together. I'm going to combo my movement. Press to curl, hold it. Lower the legs, lift the legs, and then go ahead and lay back down. Exhale, press to curl. Inhale, lower the legs. Lift the legs, and arms come back up. Keep going like that. Each one gets its separate breath. Last 3. Let's do 2 more. One more of each. Lower, lift, hold it there. Last set of pulses, reach and pulse towards those feet. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet can come down, weights can come down. Take a minute, you can hug your knees into your chest or take a cross stretch, whatever feels good there. We're going to come right onto our hip. So let's go ahead and lie onto our right hip. You're going to want to keep a weight out in front of you so it's close by. We're going to be coming up into a forearm plank, side plank. You can keep your knee down if you would like. Otherwise, it's going to be stacking the feet. And then I want you to have your weight close by so that we can grab it in a second. So go ahead and find your balance in your plank. You want your hips stacked so your top foot comes forward. And then grab your weight if you would like. You don't have to use it. Start with the hip dips. We're just going to go for 10. Think about squeezing up a little bit higher every time you lift. For 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold the arms up. Reach towards the front of your body, so up overhead. And then as you exhale, bring the hands back up. Hips come back to their neutral point. Reach up, maybe lift the hips, stretch, and then come back. So it's a little bit bigger range of motion, kind of like a hip dip. It just adds a little bit more work with that weight. Let's do 3, stretch. Last 2, right side should be burning here. And last one. Good, bring it back through center. Hips can come down. Take a little break. You can shake out your arm or elbow. Okay, last thing we're gonna do in our hip dips, we're just gonna move the arms up and down. So kind of like a sword pull. Come on up into your side plank. You're gonna rotate your top shoulder down just a little bit to bring the weight to the mat. And then open up as you reach into the air. So we're gonna do 10 of those. Reach up, bring it back down. And we have 6 more. Last 5, 4, 3 more, 2, and last 1. Good. Hips can come down. We're going to take a little stretch by pulling our right knee under. Keep your left leg long and just rotate towards the mat. You can bring your elbows down if that feels good, or straighten the arms all the way. And we'll take one more deep breath in there. Start to push yourself back up. So we're kind of in our mermaid shape here already. So we're going to come onto our right knee, and then left leg is going to extend out to the side. So somewhere right in the middle of your mat is a good spot. Your left leg is going to go out. You can turn it out if your hip gets clicky there. Just find a good spot for it. So let's start with our right hand down. Stretch the left arm up overhead. Take a deep breath in, and then lift that left arm up into the air. So I'm going to shift my weight onto my right hand. Left leg's going to lift. Point through the toes, give me little circles. So this left hand can come down to the hip if you need. Keep them small and tight, and then switch direction of your circles. So try not to wiggle. You can make a fist with your right hand if that bothers your wrist. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, last one. Give it a little rest, come back through center. You can shake it off. Arms are going to reach out, tip over to the left, right leg extends out. So we're just doing that other side, getting it over with. Lift the leg, lift up through the waistline, point the toes, give me little circles. So again, your hand can come down to your hip. That feels good. Try to squeeze up through the glutes as you circle around and switch directions. Stay lifted through that left side. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Bring it back through center. Gonna take a second to shake out those legs. Okay, let's come right over onto our left hip here now with our weight. So left elbow's gonna come down. You're gonna stretch your legs out. You can also keep your knees down if you need to in your side plank. Lift yourself up, grab your weight. We're gonna start with those hip dips. You have 10, lifting and lowering the hips. Think up a little bit higher than down low. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold it there. Now add a little bit of extension, side bend, up and over. Weight comes up, hips come back down to neutral, and stretch and reach. So open up through your waistline on the right side. Stretch overhead. You can bend your elbows, or if the weight's too much, lose it. Good, almost there. 2 more. Last 2. Get a little break after this one. Last one. And bring it down. Little rest. My obliques are still so sore from the other day. Okay, final one we're gonna do is with the weight, lifting and lowering. Come back up into your side plank. You're gonna reach the arm up and then rotate, tap the mat. Reach up, rotate, tiny little rotation. So I really feel it between my left hip and rib cage. Tap and reach. Last 5, 4, a tiny little rotation makes all the difference. 3, 2, last one. Good, bring it down, drop the weight. Left leg is gonna fall down in front, right leg behind. You can just take a little twist here. Almost feels like a pigeon. Last deep breath in, and then let's come back up through center. So find a quadruped position, all 4s, hands and knees. All right, it's really hot in here. We haven't had the air on and it's starting to get hot out, so we need to put it on. Inhale to open the chest. Lift up through the hips, open up through the collarbones, and then exhale as you round. So just taking a second to reset the spine. Inhale, open up through the chest. Exhale as you press, round, curl. And let's do a few more of those. Last one here. Exhale as you push all the air out of the body. And then from here, tuck your toes. Go ahead and lift those hips. You can pedal out the feet to stretch the back of the legs. Okay, from here, let's go ahead and step our left foot forward. We're going to keep our right foot back. Grab your weights if you want them. You don't have to use them. But we're going to come up for our lunging series. So my left foot is forward, right foot is back. I've done a nice low lunge here. If you're using the weights, let's just keep them down by the side for now. I'm going to bend my back knee and straighten the right leg. Back knee bends and straightens. So I'm trying to keep a nice bend in my left leg and just drive my right knee down. If it's too much on the knee, take a step forward. Let's do 4. Last 3. 2. Last 1. Stepping forward, shake out those legs. Now from here, I'm going to step my left foot back again. This time, I need a little cardio, I'm like dying. This time I'm going to add a little deadlift with my weights. So the weights are not heavy, it's just going to help you hinge. Float the back leg, start to hinge the body forward. So I'm trying to keep my back flat, the weights are helping me. And then I'm going to drive through my heels to bring myself back up to standing. So flat back here. Try to pull the belly in nice and tight. We're looking for the hamstring on that left leg. Good, you can use the floor if you need to. Stand up nice and tall. Let's do a few more of these. Really try to stretch out through that left leg as you come down. Once you feel your hamstring catch, you're going to pull yourself back up. Woo! Balance is not good. Last 2. Go up nice and slow. Last 1. Good, let's tip it down, hold it there. Circle out the arms. We're gonna open the arms for a fly, bring the hands back together. Try to keep that left leg straight. Bend, open, and close, like you're dropping a beach ball, and then when it bounces it up, you're catching it in your arms. Let's do 3, I know that left leg's starting to burn. Last 2, oop, cheating. And 1 more. Good balance. Good, hands come all the way back together. Stand up nice and tall. You can smack out that booty if you need to. Okay, right leg's gonna step back. Same thing, you can just keep the weights down by your side. Nice big stance here, just go ahead and bend and straighten that back leg. So if you want a little bit more, just go lower to the mat. We're just warming up the quads in that right side. Let's do 4. Last 3, 2, last 1. Step it forward, shake it out. Okay, maybe this side is better with balance. We'll see. So start with that deadlift shape. I'm going to hinge forward. I'm trying not to round my shoulders forward, so stay nice and strong. The weights will help you. Come down until you feel that hamstring pull, and then you'll stand up nice and tall in that right leg. Hinge forward. Stretch that left leg back behind you, and try to pull yourself back up. Stand really tall at the top, squeeze your booty. Last 3. Head and neck are along for the right, so try not to look up here. Last 2. Let's do 1 more, and then we hold it here. So find your hinge. Woo! Back foot can come down if you need it. Circle out the arms. Let's open and close for 6. Last 5. 4 more. Press into all 4 corners of that right foot. Last 3. Almost there. 2. And last 1. Good. Foot comes down. Take a second. You can stretch out your ankles. Okay, last thing we're going to do here. You can stay facing me. I'm just going to face you for a little bit so you can see me more. I'm going to do some curtsy lunges for the inner thighs. So I'm going to start by stepping my left foot back. And then as I bend my knees, I'm going to curl the arms and step back out. So bend and curl, step back out. I'm squeezing my inner thighs together and letting my knees bend in a way that feels good and natural for them. So you can go out a little wider if you want. So yeah, teaching and doing cardio at the same time, not easy. Let's do 5. Last 4. 3. Should feel those inner thighs squeezing together. Last 2. Hold it and pulse. Maybe turn the palms up with the hands. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back through center. Shake it out, other side. Whew. Okay, right foot steps back, curl as you curtsy, step out nice and wide. So arms aren't really doing much, but just adding a little bit more movement for you. 6 more. But anything weird happening in the knees, you can adjust. Last 4, 3, 2, last 1, hold it, and pulse. Palms can come up, squeeze your inner thighs together nice and tight. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step back through center, shake out those legs. Okay. Go ahead and set your weights off to the side. Step to the back of your mat. Ooh, gotta catch my breath. Okay, arms are gonna reach up, take a nice big stretch, and then start to tuck and roll down. Find your toes. Let the head hang heavy here. So you can shake it out. And then tuck through the tailbone, start to roll up nice and slow. 1 vertebrae at a time. Reset. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then dive back down. I'm tucking under through my tailbone, reaching all the way to my toes. Last one here. All the way up. Arms extend. And then this time we'll roll down and walk ourselves out to a plank position. So go ahead and walk yourself out. Hands are going to come underneath the shoulders and the toes will tuck back behind you. So really power through those heels. We're going to start a nice slow march here. Knee up, step back. Knee up, step back. So alternate side to side. And then we're just sending that knee up towards the nose and chin. Tuck your chin into your chest. Keep it nice and supported. Let's do 5, 4, last 3, 2, last 1. Even yourself out. Knees come down, child's pose. So sit back on your heels, stretch those arms out nice and long. All right, back onto all fours. Go ahead and grab one of your weights. It's going to go behind your knee. So you got to get a good hold there with it. You're going to lift that leg up. So it doesn't matter which one. We're going to do both sides. And flex through the feet. Start to pulse up for me. Pushing the heel and the weight up towards the ceiling or sky if you're outside. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Knee comes down, swing it under the body, lift and squeeze. So you can round as you pull that knee in, and then lift up through those hips. Good, squeeze at the top. You should get a little shake up there. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold it up one more time. Little pulses for 10. Check in with everything else. So belly pulls it nice and tight for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. A little break. You can shake out that booty. Okay, so your hands are going to come down, but what we're going to do is we're going to turn our chest towards the leg that has the weight in it. So for me, it's my left side. So I'm going to open up and then come down onto my back elbow. So I'm kind of in this open shape, side plank shape almost. From here, I'm going to squeeze the knees together, open up, so side booty. Bring the knees in, lift, and I want you to squeeze both hips. So as I lift, I'm trying to push up through my right knee and get that muscle in there too. Good, let's do 5 more. These are hard without a weight, so if you need to lose the weight, still gonna get some work. Last 3, 2, last 1, lift and hold, pulse it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down and press. That one got my other side more. You can take a child's pose if that feels good. And then shift it forward. Let's do the other side. Weight's going to go underneath the knee. Well, in the crease of the knee, I should say. Plant the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees in line with the wrists. You're going to swing that leg up, start to pulse up for 10, 9, 8. Really squeeze up. So I want you to feel your glutes shake as you push up into the ceiling. Last 3, 2, 1. Full range. Bring it down. Lift and squeeze. If you want to add some spine movement, you can. Just be careful not to overextend at the top as you lift the leg. Good. We have 10 of these. Really squeeze your booty up. Last 4. 3 more. 2. Last one, hold and pulse. Pull your belly in nice and tight, shift your weight forward. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Almost done. Gets me every time. Okay, so now I'm going to come down onto my opposite elbow, so elbow that's opposite of where the weight is. Open up my body. So I'm lifting through my bottom leg. I'm going to lower down, lift and squeeze like a hydrant. Lift and lower. Try to push up with the weight, not just the foot. As you come up, push through that bottom knee. Lift and squeeze and lower. Let's do 5. Last 4. 3. 2. Last one. Hold for pulses. You have 10, 9, 8. Almost there. Last 5. 4. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Set your weight off. Let's go right into a pigeon stretch here. So you're going to take your right leg out in front. My goodness. Sweaty. Walk your hands forward. You can rock side to side here. Just allowing that hip to rest and open. And then swing the left leg around or other leg. Switch them out. Little rock from side to side. And then let's go ahead and roll on up. Sit however you're comfortable, so you can sit crisscross or on your knees, whatever feels good for you. And then grab both weights. So we're gonna finish with a little upper body here. Whew. Okay, it's already like 103 degrees in Arizona, so I bet you guys are not missing that. Okay, let's grab your weights. Again, it doesn't matter how heavy or how light they are. You'll feel it just because it's isometric work. You're gonna come out in front of the chest in our circle shape. So we call this hug tree. Now inhale to open the arms. Try not to send the elbows back behind the shoulders. I want you to keep everything out in front of the body. Nice big inhale, exhale, close. Now the lower you go, the easier it's gonna be. The higher you go, the harder it's gonna be. So find a good spot for you. And let's go for 5 more here. Last 4, 3, 2, 1 more full range. Open the arms up and hold them there. Now lift and lower the arms. And I want you to move the whole arm, not just the wrist or the elbow. So we're just going up an inch, down an inch, nice and slow. Try not to do it with the top of your shoulders. Let's do 4, 3, 2, last 1. Hold it. Now just bring the left arm out in front, open it back up. Right arm out in front, open it back up. So at one point, we're holding the weight, and then with the other arm, we're getting a little bit of movement. So it feels like a bit of relief. Go ahead. Next time we come over to that left side, let's hold it there for 5 and open, 4 and open, last 3, now it starts to burn, 2, last 1, next time you open, switch arms, let's go right side only for 5, 4, last 3, 2, next time you open up, 1 more set of pulses, let's do 10, and it gets so heavy at the end. Good, almost there, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the arms down, stretch. Those are our glamour muscles, our delts. Okay, once you have a little break, again, I'm regretting the 3-pound weights. Hopefully you guys don't have any more than that. We're gonna take the arms up into a goalpost shape. So again, pull your ribs in nice and tight here. We're gonna stretch the arms up, bring them together. Elbows come back down. So come all the way into your full range. I like to bring the hands together at the top. And then drop the elbows down by the side. Keep your chin tucked in, and try not to stretch up with just the top of your shoulders. See if you can actually lengthen all the way through your arms at the top. Reach and pull back in. Let's do 5. Last 4, 3, 2, last 1. You're gonna come halfway down, maybe a little bit lower and hold. Bring the hands together and open. So I'm closing the arms in front of the body and opening them back up. My arms are already getting very tired. Let's do 3, and then we'll hold for pulses, of course. Last 2. 1 more, open the arms, give me little pulses up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Put those weights down. just take a side bend, stretch over to one side. Cross that arm out in front of you, hook at the elbow, you can roll out your wrist. And then over to the other side. And then cross out in front of the body, hook the elbow, roll the wrist. Okay, not quite done with arms, but we'll move on to triceps. So for this one, come up onto your knees as long as that's comfortable for you. I want you to be able to get a forward hinge. So you can find a spot that would work for that. You can grab both of your weights, and then we're just gonna swing them up overhead, and we're gonna get into this tricep press position. So it's important that your back isn't hinged, or your back isn't extended up. I want you to hinge forward. So you're gonna bend at the elbows, big inhale, exhale, straighten the arms. And I'd rather you drop your chin into your chest here than look up. Okay, so try to find some space in the back of your neck. If this works better for you to do the arms separated, you can do it that way too. Just try to keep the elbows pulling in. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring the arms down by the side. Now you're going to come up and hinge forward and press back from here. So we got our tricep press, bend, and straighten. And then we'll go thumbs up here, pinkies back. Try to squeeze the elbows behind the body. Let's do 5, 4, last 3, 2, last one, hold it there, pulse it up. So pinkies up, little pulses for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and 1. Bring it down, shake it out. My arms are going to be sore tomorrow. Okay, so let's stretch our triceps here. You're going to pull the elbow, open up, and just walk the fingers down the spine. You can take a little tip here if that feels good. Shake out the arms in front of the body, and then grab that other elbow, open up the chest, and then you can tip. I'll take one more deep breath in here. Go ahead and lower those arms down by the side. Last little push here. We're going to do just a little bit more ab work. We're going to come up into a down dog stretch first, just to give those shoulders a little bit of a stretch. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, check in with your low back. So sometimes that upper body work, we can feel it in our low back. And then from here, let's just go ahead and shift the body forward again into our plank. So just like before, we're going to start with a march, pulling one knee in at a time, and stepping back. Just pull. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, lift the hips. Find your down dog stretch. Hinge the body forward. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, hinge the body forward. It's just our little break, kind of. So definitely still work. Keep the core nice and tight. Let's do 2. Last one, hinge it forward, hold it. Now we march outside elbow. So knee to outside elbow, step it back. Knee to outside elbow, step it back. Try to squeeze into the obliques, hips to ribs. Good. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees come down. Child's pose. Bring your knees in tight together. Take a couple deep breaths there. And then let's go ahead and lie onto your back. Woo. Okay. You can move those weights out of the way. All right, so from here, just gonna take it into some spinal articulation. Walk your feet out really wide on the mat. So right to the edges is a good spot. And then we're gonna start to peel our spine up off the mat. So you're gonna tuck your tailbone under first, heel up to your shoulder blades, and then softly come back down. So tuck and roll back down, one vertebrae at a time. Relax through the shoulders. Let's do a few more. Tuck, roll, lift. Come back down, nice and slow, like you're melting onto the mat. And last one here. Coming down extra slow, one vertebrae at a time. Once your tailbone comes to the mat, keep your feet where they are. Just let both of your knees drop over to one side and look over your opposite shoulder. And come over to the other side. Again, you can twist a little bit and the neck feels good. Try to get your ear down towards the mat. Take one more deep breath in here, come back through center. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. And then pull those legs in for a nice stretch in the hips. You can extend your opposite leg up if that feels good. You can also come up into a little curl here if it feels nice to tuck yourself into a ball. And then switch out those legs. You want to push that opposite knee away from the body. Let's take one more deep breath in here, and then we'll go ahead and stretch out the legs. And you just want to bring your heels into the corner of the mat, just so you have a nice wide base for your pelvis. And then I just want you to reach your arms up overhead and let your elbows soften until you can get the back of your hands on the mat. So I want you to be able to get your arms all the way down onto the floor behind you, even if you have to bend the elbows, that's okay. And then from here, just kind of walk your head up the mat, tuck your chin into your chest, and take a couple free breaths. So you just want to inhale, let your body do whatever it wants to do to stretch out. And then as you exhale, try to release any tension in the body. You can close the eyes if that feels good. And then keep breathing here. Just bring your arms out into a big T shape. And rest the back of the hands onto the ground. You can roll your shoulders under if it feels good to open up your chest. And we're going to hang out here for a few breaths. So if you want to butterfly the legs, if that feels better, you can do that. Otherwise, you're just holding this position. And just like we started class, reconnecting with our breath. Inhale all the way into the belly, let those abs stretch out. And exhale nice and slow. And let's take one more deep breath in here. Stretch the arms all the way up overhead. The legs out nice and long. And as you exhale, let's start to roll all the way up into our forward fold. You want to go nice and slow. Give your blood pressure a chance to catch up. And take a forward fold to your toes. Rounding out through the low back. We'll take one more deep breath in here. Slowly roll up, restack the spine. And you guys are all done.